Hi guys, good evening. It's John with Empire Weather. You are looking at Hurricane Helene, which is spinning in the Gulf of Mexico, moving northeast of the Yucatan Peninsula as of this evening. Sun is setting on this visible satellite imagery, but the system is very clearly getting itself together. This is a special update this evening. Just want to give everyone the latest information so there's no confusion as to what is expected here over the next 24 hours. The main thing that's going to happen is this storm is going to start to push northward into some really, really warm water and low wind shear, and it's also going to accelerate rapidly as it does so. So things are going to really pick up, and by the time we get in on Thursday morning, the storm will be moving closer and closer to that Gulf Coast, and the impacts will really be starting. They've already begun in the Florida Keys and parts of southwestern Florida, with tropical storm winds extending way out ahead of this storm. So here's the latest from NHC. Now explicitly forecasting a Category 4 hurricane to form in the Gulf of Mexico by this time tomorrow. So this storm will really rapidly intensify over the next 12 to 24 hours as it traverses this current, an area of very, very warm water in the Gulf of Mexico. It'll then make landfall. It's unclear if the system will weaken a little or not before landfall, but it's really just semantics because it's going to be a very impactful storm no matter what. Here's the reason why we're so concerned about this rapid intensification. This storm is heading over really, really warm waters in the next 12 to 24 hours, and hurricanes, as we know, love warm water and they love low wind shear, and this has both of them. So this storm is going to intensify quickly. Here's the latest high-resolution model guidance. So this is just one model simulation, but you can see in the next 12 hours, the system intensifies really quickly. Here we are Thursday. By Thursday morning around 7 a.m. and then by Thursday at around 1 p.m., the storm is really, really intensified. So the west coast of Florida, essentially the Florida Keys all the way up through Tampa, looking at strong southerly winds, the potential for some storm surge as the storm moves closer to the coast. And then through Thursday afternoon, that will really intensify. So very heavy rain, showers, storms, and the potential for storm surge and flooding. Even though the system is off the coast here and heading away from Tampa, they will be pounded with these strong southerly winds and storm surge. So you're going to get some impacts there. The landfall of this system is likely to be south of Tallahassee on Thursday evening. Still some disagreement in terms of specifics, but again, really the area that's going to get the impacted the most and get hit the most with this storm is right here in this Florida Panhandle Bend region, just south, maybe southeast of the Tallahassee metro. This storm is accelerating rapidly, as we mentioned, as it pulls north. So look what the models show late Thursday evening around 10 p.m. This thing is still intact, producing hurricane force winds or greater as it moves into Georgia. It's moving so quickly inland. And then finally, the system is still over central Georgia Friday morning, and it's still producing hurricane force winds. So this thing is going to just surge inland Thursday into Friday. That will sort of segue us into the conversation about the heavy rain threat. So very obviously, the system is going to produce very heavy rain, the tropical system itself. But just focusing a little north of that, we also have what's called a predecessor rain event occurring across the southern Appalachians, northern Georgia, eastern Tennessee, and interior North and South Carolina. There's tropical moisture and lots of lift involved here. So tonight into Thursday morning, this area is getting pounded with heavy rainfall. Localized significant or catastrophic flooding is possible in the southern Appalachians here through Thursday morning, and the hurricane is still down here in the Gulf. So those rainfall totals will be adding up quickly through Thursday morning, and then the remnants of Helene will come in and further exacerbate the problems across this region. So when you tally this all up, your precipitation totals are potentially historic across parts of northern Georgia, the southern apps into eastern Tennessee, North Carolina, and interior South Carolina. That's the European model indicating the potential for 15 to 20 inches of rain in this small corridor through the end of the week. So needless to say, this could be a hugely impactful rain event for this region. And let's not forget the Mississippi River either, where 3 to 5 inches of rain are possible as the storm wraps up and pushes in. So widespread impacts likely with this storm. And again, now NHC explicitly forecasting that Helene will become a Category 4 by this time tomorrow and rapidly intensify tonight. We'll be watching the system all night long. We'll have updates through the morning. But again, this is going to be an impactful one, essentially from the western coast of Florida all the way into the Appalachians and the Mississippi River Valley as well. Stay tuned. Updates coming your way Thursday morning. Have a great Wednesday night, guys.